Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about a dramatic event that unfolded during a cash-in-transit heist here in South Africa. Reports say that a group of illegal foreigners tried to pick up money during the chaos of the heist, but things did not go as planned for them. Instead of walking away with bags of cash, they were all gunned down in the process. Please stay with me till the end so you can hear the full account and also see the sources we used, so you can try to verify the news for yourself. Before we get deeper into the details, let me just remind you to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, you help us keep growing and it also makes sure you never miss out on the updates and news that really matter to South Africans. So hit that subscribe button now and let us get into it. Now, cash-in-transit heists are unfortunately nothing new in South Africa. Almost every week, we hear about heavily armed criminals targeting vans transporting money. These criminals use explosives, assault rifles, and sometimes even military-like strategies to ambush security guards and get access to the money. But this incident stands out because according to reports, a group of illegal foreigners were involved, not as the main attackers, but as opportunists who came into the scene to collect money scattered during the robbery attempt. What happened was that a CIT van was ambushed in Joburg. The suspects tried to blow open the van, and in the confusion, money started spilling out. Now, in situations like these, there are always people who try to rush in and grab cash. It has happened before where bystanders risk their lives just to pick up a few notes flying around. But in this case, it is said that a group of illegal foreigners came to pick up the money. Unfortunately for them, armed response units and police were already arriving on the scene, and the shootout that followed left them trapped in the crossfire. Reports confirm they were gunned down in the process, and none of them made it out alive. This has raised many questions in the country. Some people are asking why illegal foreigners are getting involved in such dangerous criminal activity. Others are questioning how these individuals managed to be there at the exact time, wondering if there was some inside information shared. But what is clear is that the desperation to grab money, whether out of poverty or greed, cost them their lives. For many South Africans, the issue of foreign nationals and crime has always been a hot debate. While there are many hardworking immigrants in the country, there are also criminal networks involving foreign nationals, and this incident only adds fuel to the fire. People are now asking whether the country is doing enough to monitor and control who is living within our borders. The police say investigations are ongoing to confirm the identities of the deceased and to establish their links to any criminal syndicates. Another side of the conversation is about the level of violence during CIT heists. Security guards often say these are not ordinary robberies. These gangs come fully prepared for war, with high-powered rifles, explosives, and getaway cars ready to speed off. So when people, whether locals or foreigners, try to enter that dangerous scene just to grab money, they are literally stepping into a war zone. It is almost guaranteed that bullets will fly, and survival is not promised. Unfortunately, that is exactly what played out this time. Now, some of you might be wondering why people would take such risks. The reality is that poverty and desperation can push people into very reckless decisions. For someone who has nothing, seeing bundles of cash lying on the ground during a heist might look like an opportunity of a lifetime. But the truth is, that opportunity can be deadly, because the police and armed response do not stop to ask questions in the middle of a gun battle. Everyone seen interfering or picking up cash is treated as part of the crime. It is also worth mentioning that these CIT robberies have become highly professionalized. Some are backed by organized crime groups who use foreigners as foot soldiers. They are recruited because they are often undocumented, making it harder for authorities to trace them. In this case, though, the gamble did not pay off. Instead of a big payday, It ended in bloodshed and yet another tragic example of how crime can destroy lives. South Africans on social media reacted strongly to the news. Some said it serves as a warning that crime does not pay. Others said it highlights how serious the problem of illegal immigration has become in South Africa. There were also people pointing out that while everyone was focused on the foreigners who died, we should not forget that the security guards and police who respond to these incidents risk their lives every single time. Every CIT heist is a battlefield, and those guards are often outgunned and underpaid for the danger they face. This also raises another important point about how South Africa deals with CIT robberies in general. Every year, millions of rands are lost in these attacks, and they destabilize the economy while spreading fear among communities. Experts say unless there is a stronger crackdown on organized crime, these robberies will keep happening. And as long as they keep happening, desperate people, whether locals or foreigners, will try to take advantage of the chaos, sometimes with fatal consequences. To put it simply, this incident shows just how dangerous it is to get involved in crime or even to interfere during a crime. Whether you are part of the gang or just someone who sees an opportunity, the risks far outweigh any potential reward. Those foreigners who tried to collect money probably thought they were lucky, but they ended up losing their lives in a hail of bullets. As South Africans, we need to learn from this. Crime never has a happy ending, and trying to make quick money by illegal means usually leads to jail or death. It also shows why the authorities need to continue strengthening border control and law enforcement to deal with both organized syndicates and illegal immigration. Now, before we close off, let me remind you again to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. We bring you the news that affects our communities, and your support means we can keep growing and reaching more South Africans with real, fact-checked updates. And just to lighten the mood a little bit, some people joked online that if you are so desperate to pick up money, maybe it is better to try your luck at a wedding when people are throwing notes in the air, instead of running into bullets at a CIT heist. At least at a wedding, the only danger is stepping on the bride's dress while trying to catch a 10 note. It is dark humor, but it shows how South Africans always find a way to laugh even in tough situations. All images used are for illustration purposes only. Sources: Times Live, News 24, IOL.